Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you one of the most powerful cost calculators on the market right now. And it's a very powerful solution that will allow you to cover multiple case scenarios. And it's also super easy and intuitive to use. But you know what? It's probably easier if I show you this in action. Very good. So for this, we are going to use the cost calculator by StyleMix Themes. So let's address the price first. So as you can see, they have a free version here, so completely free. So free license, free templates, and free updates as well. And this is available on the WordPress repo. So I'll show you how to install this in a few seconds. And then we have individuals, so just for one site, it's only $19.50. For freelancers, up to 5 sites, $49.50. And agencies, finally, this is unlimited licenses, only $149.50. But again, like I said, we're going to start with the free version first, and then you can always purchase any pro versions if you wanted to. Very good. So from our WordPress dashboard here, you can see that we have both plugins installed, so with the free version and the pro version. So what's the difference between the two, and how do you know if you need the pro version or not? So let me show you this from the description here that they have online on the WordPress repo. So as you can see, all these features here are already available directly in the free version, which is absolutely great. But now if you need any of those features here at the bottom, you're going to need to get the pro version. So if you want WooCommerce integration, you want to receive payment via Stripe or PayPal, if you want to use the conditional system as well, if you want to receive your orders directly here, so if you want to be able to track, operate, and confirm your customers' orders in the dashboard, you're going to need the pro version as well. If you want to integrate directly with Contact Form 7, if you want to use custom webhooks, if you want to insert reCAPTCHA, if you want to use the date picker or a time picker. So basically, if you're renting out something, you need the date. Obviously, you're going to need the pro version and the time picker as well. Maybe you have a rental company or something, you're going to need this as well, you know. And a few of the others here, like for instance, file upload, PDF entries, email quotes, email checkbox, and image radio. So if you need any of those options, you're going to need the pro version. Okay, now obviously in order to demonstrate all the features, I have the pro version installed, which is the one we're going to use today. Okay, so once you have this installed by the side, as you can see, you have an extra tab here, so I'll click on this, and then from here we can create our first cost calculator. So let's create a new one together. And as you can see, you can start either from scratch or use one of their many templates. I think it's 110 plus that they have. So as you can see, straight up on top here, we have the popular templates. So discount calculator, renovation, wedding planner, conversion calculator, car rental. So these are the most popular ones, obviously, you know. But if you scroll down, as you can see, they're organized by categories. So these are all the bookings. So these are all related to education, events, we have finance, what do you have? Health and fitness, marketing, medical, non-profit, all the orders, services. So there's definitely something for everyone here, every case scenario you can think of, you know. So let's go back to the top here to the most popular ones, and let me demonstrate a few of them. Okay, so basically if you hover on top, as you can see, you can use the template immediately, in which case you will import it directly and you can customize it to your own preferences. Then you have the view demo as well. So let's click on view demo here. It will open up in a new tab, and you have the quick preview what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, for renovation, you need the square footage, how many rooms, how many levels, and also you have an outside pool and an exterior work to be done. Okay, and this is the total cost. So obviously, if you change the value here, it will automatically calculate the cost based on those criteria here. Okay, and there's another one here that's very nice, a car rental booking template. As you can see, you can even add images. So if you want to select any cars here, the price will change accordingly. And then you have a pick a date as well. As you can see, you know, you can select the date and the time as well. So maybe at 1 p.m. and they go different options, toggle switches. And as you can see, the price will be calculated automatically. So now I'm going to show you how you can build your own personal cost calculator. Okay, so we go back here now. So let's go straight to the top and create a blank form from scratch. So create blank. Okay, so let's create maybe a hotel booking calculator here. Okay, so we can change the title here. So let's call this hotel booking. And as you can see by the side of all the different elements, and now we can simply drag and drop them to create our cost calculator. Okay, so the first field should be normally the room type. Okay, so we could have maybe single, double, and family type of room. Okay, so for this would be maybe a drop down list. Okay, so drag and drop. So this is the room type. Then we're going to put maybe a few options. So we set single, double, and then family size. And now we can add the value. So that's basically the cost of the room. Okay, so let's say maybe 109 for a single, 149 for a double, and 169, let's say, for a family size room. Okay, that sounds just about average. And then we have the settings here. So basically here, is that field required? Well, you need it, obviously, you know. Do you want to show the currency sign? We will in this case, because obviously we are showing a value here in maybe in dollars or something. Okay, you can round the value as well. So instead of 109.99, you will show 107. And you want to show this in the grand total, we will do so as well. So let me show you what the grand total is. So if I save this for now, we'll go to preview. If I select a room, as you can see, it will show up in the right-hand side here in the total summary. So this is great for calculation. Obviously, we need to know which type of room we are booking. So this is fine as well. Okay, so now we need to know, obviously, when they are planning to come. So we need the date, the arrival date, and also the time, okay? So let's pretend maybe you want to add a little extra service on top and offer maybe airport shuttle, okay? So what we're going to do here is to add a checkbox. So I'm going to select this one here. And this is going to be a conditional logic as well. So this one here, we're going to call this airport shuttle, okay? And in the description, I'm going to explain a little bit what this is, you know. So tick this box if you need our airport transfer service. And in the label, we're going to put again airport shuttle, okay? Simply like this. Okay, so next we need to give it a value. So are you charging for this or not? This is really up to you. Maybe it's free. If it's free, it's $0 then, you know. If you want to charge for this, maybe an extra something, maybe $59 or something, add the price here. So we go into the settings. So this one is not required, so we can leave it as is. And let's have a look at the style. As you can see, this is what it looks like at the moment. But there's different options. You can have it as a box, as a checkbox. This is actually very nice. Or this one here. I think the second option is the best one for us. And now we can save. And now we need to know when the plane is arriving. Okay, so we need a date and time picker. So I'm going to add this here underneath. So we're going to say the first one is, so for instance, flight arrival date. And then we're going to add the time as well, just underneath, just like this. And this would be, so for instance, flight arrival time. Okay, then save. So this would be related to the airport shuttle. So we need to know the flight arrival date and the flight arrival time. And based on this, we know when to book the room, obviously, you know. So this is one aspect. Now, if they don't take airport shuttle, we still need to know when they're coming. They may be driving or coming from a different place, maybe by bus or by train, you know, in which case they don't need the airport shuttle. But we still need to know when they will arrive. So we need the date and a time as well, only for when it's not via airport shuttle, okay? So now we're going to add a date picker. So perhaps we could have something like this, you know, how long will you stay with us? And then here, for the calendar option, we're going to select with range. So basically, we can select from a certain date to a certain date, okay? And then save. And then we still need to know at what time they'll be there, you know? So we have the time picker. And then we're going to put it here. And here we're going to say arrival time, okay? And then save again. So let's have a quick preview. So that looks actually fine, doesn't it? Now, obviously, when they select airport shuttle, they should display this. Otherwise, we should display here what's at the bottom. So either way, now we need to implement a conditional logic, okay? So let's close this. And this is the most exciting part of this plugin, you know? Right here on top, you have conditions. So if you go there on top, as you can see, you have all these different fields that we can use. So the first one is the airport shuttle. So we're going to add this, okay, right here. And as you can see, you have all these dots around. And now we're going to link this to other fields here. And basically, we can interact with them and decide what are the triggers, what are the reactions, and the actions to be taken as well, and so on and so on. So look at this. This is just amazing. And I'm just going to put it here, maybe on top, okay? And then, so we have the airport shuttle, and then we need the flight arrival date and the flight arrival time, okay? So these basically are linked, and then we have the others here. So this one, how long will you stay? So this is the second condition, and this is the arrival time here, okay? So basically, if they tick that box, we want to show those two fields only, not those, okay? Now, if they don't tick that box, we only need to show these ones here, okay? So this is basically what we're going to implement here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move them a little bit further down. It's going to be easier to visualize it afterwards, you know? So maybe right here like this, okay? Because now we have to draw lines, obviously, you know? So it's easier for us to visualize it. And all we need to do now is to click on airport shuttle and link this to that one. And we're going to link that one to this one as well. So I'm going to show you. So grab one of those dots. Then draw a line, just like this, okay? Click on the pencil, and now we can add our condition. So what's the condition? As you can see, you have all these different options. If selected value, is selected option, is not selected as an option, is less than, greater than, not equal than. So in our case, what we're going to do is that if it's not selected, so if it's unticked, well, basically we will hide that value, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So if not selected, which one? Airport shuttle. What do? We're going to hide it, okay? Save. And then we're going to do the same with the second one. So it's the same basically option, okay? So grab the dot here, draw a line, click on the pencil, and we do the same thing here. So if it's not selected as a value, we're going to hide it. Save. So let's put this to the test already, okay? So preview. As you can see, they're not showing at the moment. If I tick this one, boom, we have flight arrival date and flight arrival time. So this is exactly what we wanted, okay? And let's do the same with those two, okay? So click on this, grab one of those dots and then link them, open. So what will happen in this case? Well, it's the opposite basically, you know? If it's selected as an option, which one? This one, well, we're gonna hide it then, okay? So we're not gonna show this if this one is ticked. And grab the other dot here and connect this one. And we do the same, okay? So if it's selected as an option, this one, we're going to hide it, save. Okay, so let's try this again, preview. So as you can see, how long will you stay with us? Arrival time is here. If I tick this, it's swapping for the flight arrival date and flight arrival time. So to be honest, how cool is that, guys? It's actually amazing, isn't it? Okay, so now normally we need to know how many adults and how many children are staying, okay? So maybe this is a number. So quantity field here, so just here. So here we're going to put number of adults. And this should be a maximum of 2 because it's a family room, you know. So minimum 1 and maximum 2. So here we're going to put 2 and here 1 is the minimum. And this should be required as well. Okay, very good. So this is fine, save. And then we're going to do the same with the children. So scroll, put this at the bottom, just like that, okay. And this is number of children. And here should be a maximum of 2 as well. So here 1 and maximum 2. Minimum it should be 0 here. Minimum, sorry, because we could have no kids all together, you know. So this is also required. And then save. And then we're going to ask if they want any add-on like breakfast or dinner. Okay, so this could be a drop-down list again. So I'm going to put this at the bottom here. Right, so we're going to put add-ons. And right here, we're going to put breakfast. And the value maybe for breakfast is $9.99. And we're going to have dinner as well. And this is maybe $24.99, okay? Just like this. Or maybe let's call this included instead, okay? Included. And then save. So this shouldn't be required, so they can choose it or not. It's up to them, really, you know? Very good. So let's have a quick preview. So here we have the room type. So we can select any of them. Airport shuttle, yes or no. The date, so let's say I'm coming from the 18 to the 25. And then the hour, maybe at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. How many adults? Maybe 2, 0 kids, maybe. And we're going to select perhaps breakfast. And here, as you can see, this is totalized. Obviously, this is not multiplied by the amount of adults. And this is not multiplied by the amount of nights. So we need to add a formula now, okay? So let me show you this. So if you scroll down here, as you can see, a formula. So let's scroll down here as well. And then let's drop this at the very bottom. There it is. And as you can see, you can select your fields on the room type, airport shuttle, and so on and so on, you know. Very good. So as you can see, you can select any of those fields, and then you can do whatever you want with them, you know. You can multiply them and then maybe subtract or calculate the percentage, whatever it is. As you can see, you have all the different fields here that you can use. Okay, so let's create our formula here. So normally, what is it? It should be the room type. So it is the cost of the room. Plus, we're going to add, obviously, the cost of the food. So we have this, I. And I should be multiplied by how many people we have. So by number of adults plus the number of children. So basically, we're going to put this into brackets, okay? So brackets, and then bracket there, okay? And then we have I multiplied by, and then here is going to be, it's going to be G plus H and close bracket again. So very good. So basically, is the room type, plus what's included, so that's the dinner or the breakfast, multiplied by how many people are there, okay? And now we need to multiply that, everything. So basically here I'm going to put this in brackets, this here at the start and at the end, multiplied by how long they will stay, by how many days, so by E, okay? And here at the end, plus we're going to add the airport shuttle if it's the case, okay? So let's save this and let's put this to the test, so preview. So we're going to set the value here. So let's pretend it's a family, maybe mom, dad, and 1 kid, okay? Just like this. So we're going to select our stay. So let's say we stay for a whole week. There you go. As you can see, it's multiplying 169 by the amount of days. So 1183. And when we were maybe at 3 p.m., okay, just like this. So we said 2 adults, 1 kid, and they all have breakfast in the morning. And there you go. As you can see, it's added $9.99 for each one of them for their stay. So that's working, guys. Look at this. This is amazing, isn't it? And then we have here as well the same for mobile phones. So basically that's what it looks like on mobiles, you know. So you can test it. As you can see, it's mobile responsive as well. So now obviously you want to get paid for your booking. So now we need to add a payment gateway. So we're going to add Stripe as an example, okay? Very good. So for this, we go to settings here on top. And as you can see by the side, all the different features here, okay? So we have Stripe, PayPal, webhooks, and all of that. So first, as you can see, you have different features here. So summary block, currency as well. You can set this up here immediately, your warning text and the confirmation page. So once the payment is made, what will they see? Well, they see something like this. You can customize this as you want, you know, you can type the text differently. So feel free to customize this based on your preferences, obviously. So we go to Stripe and right here, we're going to enable this. And now we need the public key and secret key, okay? So don't forget to put your currency here. So it's those 3 letters, you know, like USD, or EUR for euros, you know, or GBP for Great British Pounds, or whatever, you know, different currency you have. So this is basically the code, not the symbol, in letters. And then let's go to our Stripe account. And now let's fetch our public key and secret key. So for this, you have to log in into your Stripe account. And on top, you have developer. So click on this, and I'm going to use the test mode here, okay? So basically, what's the difference between test and live? As you can see, it says PK live, so and SK live. So these are your public key live and secret key live, okay? So here for the test purposes, I'm going to just use the publishable key, okay? The test one. So I'm going to click on this to copy it and then paste it here, okay? And obviously for security reason, I'm just going to skip this on recording now, but I'm going to paste this one as well. So there you go. That's done now. So click save. And now if you have a quick preview, we'll see what happens. Now you can pay by credit card. If you click on this, you'll be able to pay using Stripe immediately from here, you know, and it will go straight into your orders. So we can put this to the test as well, you know. So before we do that, let me show you as well. So we can pay with Stripe or PayPal. So if you enable PayPal, you have to put your email address. You can enable live mode and sandbox for testing purposes as well. So I'm just going to disable this, just have Stripe for now. And you can also use webhooks. So basically, you can connect this to third-party service providers, you know, and basically use their services and link the information with them. So which is very nice. And then you can connect to service like Zapier, MailChimp, Notion, Make, and even Google Spreadsheets and all of that, you know. So I'm not going to cover this in this video. There's a video here. All you have to do is basically click on the button here, and there's a long 35-minute video that explains everything, okay? Now, if you want to use and receive payment differently than via Stripe or PayPal, maybe you have, I don't know, let's say Amazon Pay or Apple Pay or any of them, you can use WooCommerce as well, as you can see here, okay? So if you install WooCommerce, have the WooCommerce payment gateway installed, you can link this in immediately as well. So clearly, as you can see, this is a well thought out solution. They thought of literally everything, you know? So let's have a look at the appearance here. So by default, these are the default colors, you know, black, green, red, and white. Now you might want to select different colors, you know, so you can try them out here. So let's click on this one. Very good. As you can see, these are rounded shape, slightly different. This one is dark mode, so that's not bad either, like, you know. This is really up to you, you know, the colors you want to select. Select those that match your branding. This is actually very cool, isn't it? Looks very, very professional. Now, feel free to select any of those, obviously, you know. So I'm just going to revert back to the default one, which is absolutely fine, you know. And then you can have a preview here in vertical mode. Horizontal mode, as you can see, slightly different. As you can see, the total will be displayed at the bottom, or in 2 columns like we had it, you know. So it's up to you again to select which one you prefer. I think this one is actually really cool and very professional looking. So after this, let's save. Very good. And now that our cost calculator is created, let's insert that on our page, a dedicated page, okay? So you have the embed button here. So they thought literally of everything, like I said, you know, you can insert it manually by using a shortcode. So that's very easy done. You can select an existing page. So right here, select the page and then apply. You will insert it automatically. And then you can create a new page altogether. This is what we're going to do, okay? Look at this, guys. I've never seen that before. It's the first time I've seen that. So let's call this one maybe booking page, okay? Let's create the page. And look at this. It's been done for us in just a few seconds with the form and everything attached to it. Look at it. How cool is this? I mean, normally you would have to create the page, insert the shortcode, save the page and preview it. So you're going to save a few minutes again here. It's great, isn't it? So let's try it in real life now. Okay, so we're going to select there. We're going to say family, and we said we're going to come for a week, and then we're going to arrive at 3 p.m. and that's 2 adults, 1 child, and we're going to all have breakfast, just like this. Okay, so this is 1,392.79, and now we're going to pay by card. So remember, I entered the test credentials here for my Stripe account. So that means I can type 4242424242 followed by any date in the future and any CVC code. So this is the test card basically, you know. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly now. Oh, very good. So perhaps something like this. Okay, so like I said, 424242, any date in the future, and then any 3-digit here. So my email address, my name, phone number, and that's it. So let's purchase this. And there you go. So I started now. And there you go, as you can see, this is the confirmation. So thank you for your order ID number 1, because this is the first one, okay? So now we can go back to our WordPress dashboard, and right here by the side, as you can see, we have orders, okay? So let's click on this, and there you go, as you can see, hello at MrWeb.tv, hotel booking, paid by Stripe, 1,392, and the status is complete. So if you click on it, as you can see, you have a quick overview here. So they'll be arriving on November the 20th until the 26th at 3 p.m. and so on and so on. I mean, look at this, guys. How professional is this? It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? And obviously, this is one case scenario. There's hundreds of them that you can put in place with one single plugin. Okay, so now let me show you another amazing feature. So if you install Contact Form 7 and then activate it, and now thanks to this, we have one more feature available to us. So let's go back to our cost calculator. So at the moment, we are receiving payment immediately, but maybe you want to receive a confirmation email, and that's basically it, okay? So depending on your requirements and the type of business that you're running, maybe you don't need upfront payment, maybe they pay when they get there, and just an email confirmation will suffice. In which case, how do we do so? Well, we can do that with Contact Form 7. So if you go to Settings, and we have the order form here, as you can see. So now here, we can enable this feature now, okay? So enable this. And as you can see, you can enter the notification email. So let's say we're going to send this to hello at MrWeb.tv. And the subject may be room booking confirmation. Okay. And that's basically it. So here you can have the text that will display. So make order, or maybe just confirm now or something like this. So maybe confirm booking. Yeah. And then submit order. And that's basically it. That's all we need. So if we save this now, and let's see what it looks like in the front end. So there you go, booking page. And as you can see, now we don't have to pay immediately. We can confirm the booking via email, okay? So let me fill this out. So there you go, as you can see, again, for a family of 3 and a few days stay, and then confirm booking. So let's click on this. And as you can see, it's requesting our name, email address, phone number, and a message. So let's enter this. So perhaps something like this, okay? So let's submit the order now. And there you go, as you can see, thank you for your order, ID number 2. So this is gone through without payment this time, okay? So this is an email I will receive. Very good, so let's go back to our WordPress dashboard now, and let's go to the orders here. And very good, as you can see here, it came in, obviously, so no payments for this one. And when the parcel comes in, and pays you maybe cash at reception or something like this, you can mark it as completed then, in which case it will mark it as paid. And that's basically it, okay? And you can also download the PDF file if you wanted to. So let's click on this one here. As you can see, you can download this, okay? So save it. Now let me open it. And there you go, as you can see, you can print that as well at reception and maybe stamp this as paid or whatever, So this is another very nice feature. Now, I'd like to mention that for the email to work, you will have to install an additional plugin. As you can see, we have Contact Form 7, but we also need WP Mail SMTP, SMTP 7 by Archie here, okay? So you can find this on the WordPress repo. Just look for this keyword here, and that's basically it. Once you have this, you'll have to enter your SMTP details, login and password for your email account, and also the port number, okay? That's basically it. So just 4 little bits of information, and you'll be able to send out emails directly via Contact Form 7. Okay, and the last feature I really wanted to show you is related to WooCommerce. So let's say you have an e-commerce website, and let's pretend you're selling bikes, okay? So usually bikes, they come in different sizes. So how do you know which size to buy or purchase? Well, it's very simple. What you can do is to insert the cost calculator anywhere on your page, and they can basically fill out their details and it will calculate that automatically, and that can be linked immediately to your pricing structure and checkout process as well. So let me show you how we can do this. So we go back here. Okay, so I've created one already here with just 2 fields and a formula. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So they enter the height and the inseam in centimeters. So that's the inner leg length. Okay, and then it will calculate that automatically. Now let me show you the amazing part here. So if you go to settings, as you can see, there's Woo product and Woo checkout. Okay, so if you click on this, now you can enable this as well, and you can assign this to specific categories. As you can see here, all categories, bicycles only, So let's select this maybe for bicycles only. And right here, you can define where you're going to place it, So before the single product page, before the add to cart form, after the add to cart, etc., etc. Okay. So here, just for ease of use, we're just going to use before the single product page. Okay. So let's click save. Very good. Now we go back to our page here, and let's say I wanted to buy this bag. I'm not sure which size I should purchase, so let me show you now. If I refresh, and there you go. As you can see, now I have my cost calculator right here on top, so I could calculate the size. So let's say my height is 185, and my inseam is maybe 74, let's say. Okay, so the bike frame should be 68.45. This is the actual size. Okay, and this is a nice indication, helping hand for your visitors when they come on your website. Obviously, now they know exactly which bike to purchase. Now let me show you another feature. So if you go back here now, so it's actually a very clever system. As you can see here, you can connect WooCommerce Meta to the calculator field. So what does that mean? Well, let me show you. If you add a new link here, so let's say I'm going to amend and pass the result to the product price. Okay, so product price, set action, set value to, and then you can use maybe any of those fields. Okay, so let's say in this case, the bike frame size, okay, would be our price. So now if I click save here, and now let's go to Woo checkout, and I'm going to enable the WooCommerce checkout as well and link it to this product. Okay, so this is linked to the bike frame, so save. And now let me show you what the difference is. Okay, so the normal price is $350. Refresh. Very good. So as you can see, the normal price is $350. And now with the calculator, how do we do this? Well, let's say that my height is 185 and the inseam 75. And as you can see, for that size frame is 347. Now let's say I'm a little bit shorter, 175, and maybe my inseam is 72. This is a smaller frame, so it's only 315. Okay. Now let's say I'm tall, 198, and I have an inseam of 86. This is a bigger frame, obviously, so it's going to cost a little bit more, 426. And now you can use this to add to cart immediately, bypassing WooCommerce altogether. So normal price 350, changed price here 426. I add this to cart now. As you can see, my bike has been repriced to 426 based on those criteria here. My height 198, my inseam 86.